What is up, guys and gals? It's me, Thomas Fan01 here, and today we are going to be taking a look at something that I've actually had sitting on the back burner for a small minute here. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Kingdom Commander class. Oh yeah, we got a Commander class this time. Oh yeah, we're stepping up in the world. Commander class Rodimus Prime. And, it was a little big to fit in frame here. And, yeah, this is definitely was on the list of ones that I wanted for a while. And, yeah, so how this is going to work is we're going to go over the trailer, then we're going to go over the accessories, then we're going to transform the figure, and then we're going to, obviously we'll do scale comparisons in between, but still, point being is we're going to take a look at the trailer first, then we're going to look at the figure, and then we're going to go from there. So, anywho, first things first, we don't have the packaging, but the packaging had this pretty cool looking image of Rodimus Prime on it, and the packaging was somewhat large. It was probably like half the size of Metroplex here, probably about half that size. So, you know, it's a decent looking thing. So, anywho, firstly, like I said, we're going to take a look at this. So we're going to remove the figure, and we're going to take a look at the trailer. So the trailer is quite large. It's a big boy. It's big boy, yeah. And it does roll quite nicely and freely. When you have him hooked up, though, it does not. So really quickly, when you have him hooked up here, really quickly, it just really shoves right on in here, and there's like a tabs connection that's kind of hidden up in there. And we'll go over that when we get into this guy's robot mode. But basically, it lifts the back two wheels, and they don't roll. Them's not rolling. So basically, the only way this really does roll perfectly is like that. So, anywho, that's what that does. And then we're going to basically now actually, before we do that, we've actually got some scale comparisons for this trailer. Oh yeah, we got some scale comparisons for a trailer? What? Oh yeah, y'all are definitely eating that up. And take note, this trailer is quite large, so it is very difficult to get it into frame. So, basically how this is going to work is I'm going to get it just within frame, and we're going to show off the trailers. So, pardon me. Here's this trailer next to Earthrise Prime's trailer, and once again, it's not a bad looking trailer. I mean, still, I mean, it's still larger than this one, but, you know, so here's that trailer. And here it is next to Laser Prime's trailer. And yeah, I definitely think this is interesting. It definitely is quite entertaining to see how far we've come with these trailers. I mean, this one from the tip to the back, they're literally identically taken care of here. There's like a whole chunk of trailer that this thing could have had, but you know, whatever. And just for funsies, here it is with Nemesis Primes. Or RID Scourge, excuse me. RID Scourge. So, there you go. Alright, so now, the trailer does turn into somewhat of a battle station. But before we do that, we're going to take a look at all of the things that come with the trailer. Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff that comes with the trailer. Like, for example, here comes this little battle station piece here that is just really, really, really weird. I know this is an homage to the G1 battle station here, which you could not remove, to my knowledge. I knew if I'm not mistaken, you could not remove the battle station from that one. So this one is kind of on its own thing here. So I mean, it's got this. I mean, it's got a swivel at the top. It's got a hinge joint. Got these like threaded treads here. Or not even threaded. So basically, I guess it's supposed to just be doing this. I don't know. I don't know. But to basically get it to collapse, you're basically going to rotate this whole thing down. Then you're going to take this and just bring it all the way down. Take these handles, just bring them and straighten them out like that. So then what you're going to do, and the only way that I have found a way to do this, and you don't have to use this method, but I use a wooden toothpick to get this little peg out. I use this little peg, but the instructions tell you not to stick it inside the trailer. Oh, no. They tell you to stick it on top of the trailer. If I can get it to pop in. Oh yeah, they want you to have it looking like this. Something like that. Why would you do such a thing? Why would you do such a thing at all? So, anywho, I think that's ridiculous. I think you should just leave it like this. And then we will get into the transformation of the trailer. So, to do so, basically, this thing kind of just untabbed itself for me. So, basically, now all I need to do is just bring this whole thing down and open that whole thing up. And that's basically how you open up the trailer, is just do that. But in order to do it properly, like to do it the real proper way, you're going to take this panel up here, lift it up. Oh yeah, you get some hinges going on here, some metal hinges going on. And you're going to then take this piece and you're just going to bring it down. And because we have Earthrise Prime's trailer right here, we're going to scooch this down because this one's, I'm going to take this piece here, and we're basically going, well, you can just take these pieces and just, well, I'm going to take apart the shield, and we're going to snap this onto here really quickly, just for proof of concept that you can do this, because I have not found any figures that actually want to do this. So, but yeah, you can do that. So, I'm going to shove this back on here. Into Prime's trailer. Gonna close that back up. And now we're going to basically open the whole thing back up. But we're going to close this up, untab it from here, bring this down, and then take these pieces and just open them up like so. And then you're going to take this and kind of open it up like that if you want to. And then this does not have to be parts forming. You can leave it inside the trailer if you would like to. However, per the instructions, they tell you to remove this from the trailer. So basically extend this, take the handles, rotate them down, make sure this peg is pointing outward, and you're going to then shove it on in there. Angle this how you feel, and there you have, really quickly, there you have the battle station. And the battle station is pretty neat. I think it's great. Only problem is I think it's a little bit big and clunky. So, you know, I don't think it was completely thought through all the way. But in order to basically collapse this back in the trailer, you're going to basically rotate this whole thing around, and you're just going to collapse it all back up. But before you do, obviously you want to make sure that the peg is still placed inside, and you want to hold this bottom piece here because you want to take this piece and you want to close it up. And when you come back in trailer mode, this panel opens up and becomes a little storage compartment, which I think is awesome. I think it's great. So basically, once again, to transform this, there's a little groove section right on in there, and you're basically going to make sure that this little knot piece goes right on in that groove. And then you're going to basically take these pieces back here. Oh, you want to make sure these handlebar pieces are closed up. And then you're going to want to take this and you're going to close it up. Do the same thing on the other side. Just close it on up like so. Make sure everything is all nice and squoze and shut. Close that up, and then take this and kind of just squeeze its sides a little bit, and it'll just kind of sit on in its spot and straighten out, and there you have that. The top on my copy does not seem to want to close together. I don't know why. I could not tell you why. I just don't know. It could be that this thing has problems. I don't know. But anywho, you may notice that these are on some hinges. That is because this is supposed to move out of the way for Hot Rod, or Rodimus Prime here. And in order to get this to basically work, you're going to just, once again, like I said, here's that little tab. It's going to go into that slot underneath, and it just closes up like that. And then there you have that. But the reason why we have him in vehicle mode this time is because we have some accessories we need to go over. So the very first accessory is actually an accessory that I was excited to pick up because I get more blast effects parts with this. So the first one is I do believe this came with either Omega Supreme or it came with the Arc. I want to say it was either Omega Supreme or the Arc. It was one of the two. But this comes like that, and it comes in 3 parts. And you do get 3 of these parts specifically. I'll even grab them here really quickly with his pile of accessories. You get 3 of those. You get 3 of the blast effect, the blast effect tips. You get one of these blast pieces here from the middle section, the lower middle section, the lower section, and the bottom. So basically, you put all of these out like that, and you have the blast effect part like that. So sorry, this stuff is so huge, it's difficult to show all of it off on camera. And I would show this all off on the little thingy-majig there, but why would I show you that when I can also show you his gun? And his gun, it folds up like so. Not really anything special to it, and it just opens up like that. But it does have the tip piece that goes for the blast effect part. And you just shove it on like that, and there you go. So I'm excited for that. Now we're going to close this all up. And we're going to remove that off to the side, along with some of the other parts. These 2 pieces are specifically only meant for the trailer, and I like to only display it with this trailer when it's like this, because you may notice that there is one port right there, and he does come with some smoke effects, which I think is pretty dope. I mean, seriously, look at that. I think that is sick. Whoever came up with that idea, you deserve your raise. You deserve your extra serving of food for the week. I don't know how bad that joke is going to trend, but if I am on the money, please tell me now, or I will seriously stop the joke on that. But anywho, you get 2 of them because he's got 2 smoke pipes, so 2 of these, and they do work on him in just the regular hot rod mode or the vehicle mode. And you just plug them onto bottom ports here because it does come with 3 extra little ports. So you can just take them and plug them onto Hot Rod or Rodimus Prime himself. Only on the left side of mine, it just seems to not want to, but I just barely managed to get it on there. So you can totally do that if you would like to. So yeah, that one does not like to stay. So anywho, we're going to remove these off to the side. And there's one effect part that is basically only meant for something that goes on with the actual figure, so we won't show that off until later. And finally, here he comes with a sword. I think this was a really interesting choice, but at the same time, you know what? I'm not going to question it. I can't question it. I have a feeling, though, this is supposed to be Studio Series 86 Grimlock's sword. I am of that belief. I could be 100% wrong, but I will not be displaying it with Rodimus. I will be displaying it with Grimlock. So please do as you wish with this sword if you want to. But yeah. And by the way, all of this stuff can store inside the trailer, but because we're going to show all of it off here, I decided to leave it out of the trailer. But you can store all of it in the trailer if you so choose so. And speaking of the trailer, we're going to remove it off to the side along with the sword. So now we're going to get into the figure. So yes, the figure, what y'all actually came here to see. Y'all actually came here to see this thing. You didn't come here to just see a trailer. No, you came here to see this. And this thing is a beautiful Rodimus Prime. I totally dig this. This is beautiful. Okay, when I first got this, I was a little leery about getting it because I really didn't feel like this was Rodimus Prime. It didn't feel right until I got it in my hands, and then I was like, oh no, this is Rodimus Prime through and through. So anywho, yeah, I totally dig this, and I mean, it feels kind of like the Masterpiece version. I'm not gonna lie on that one. It's a really nice looking figure here, and I got it into the correct configuration, so it looks just fine. Yeah, I actually transformed it properly the first time. Hooray! So anywho, here we're going to get into those wonderful looking scale comparisons. Y'all know we love those scale comparisons. So here he is with his the guy he replaces. Here he is next to Earthrise Leader Class Prime. And or Kingdom Prime if you decided to wait another year to get it, because it was one of the first few ones that came out in Kingdom. It was him and Beast Wars Megatron that came out in the first wave of Kingdom, the leader classes. So this could be Kingdom, but I'm pretty positive it's Earthrise. So there's that. Here he is next to Legacy Laser Prime with Astro Train's gun. Here is next to RID Scourge. And finally, here he is next to the big bad guy himself, Mr. Bad Comedy. Here he is, Kingdom Galvatron. And honestly, I'm so glad they did Galvatron and Rodimus in the same wave. I'm so glad they did that. It just makes life so much easier. And yes, this is the unfixed shoulders version. This was like the first round of those figures, so please bear in mind this is the unfixed version. And so now that we've taken a look at that, we are going to now take a look at getting this figure on into robot mode. That's right, y'all know you came here to see this thing get in robot mode. That's right. So, anywho, to start things off, we're going to basically just come to this back section here, and you're going to just kind of undo some tabs. Basically take this piece here and you're going to bring it forward. I was trying to do that with my fingers. It just did not want to do that. And you're going to bring these all the way forward. And then you're going to take this piece here and you're going to bring it all the way up, rotate it, and you're going to bring it all the way down, but don't completely collapse it yet. Then you're going to take these pieces here and you're going to just basically kind of separate them a little bit. And this will just open all the way up like so. Then you're going to take these pieces here, you're going to bring them down, rotate this, again, rotate this around, but you're going to want to take this, bring this all the way down, make sure it's in this configuration, and then basically do that, and hold on, close this back up, and then bring this, goodness. We did so well in rehearsal, and now we're having issues. Of course we're having issues. It's because I turned the camera on. Basically take this thing and make sure it's in this configuration, and then close it back up. Sorry, things got in the way. And there's a little groove section right here that you're going to want. This piece here, right? This tiny little piece here is going to go right into this groove. Let's bring this up and just collapse this all the way down like so. And that will do like that. Now, he does come with articulated fingers, and this is just much nice appreciation here. I did not know that he had articulated fingers. I am very pleased that he does, though. So, anywho, that's an arm all done. Now we're going to work on one of the legs, because it will just make our lives a little easier. To do so, you're going to split the legs, then you're going to take the wheel section here, you're going to untab it, and there's going to be a little flap section. You're going to undo that, and then you're going to unshimmy the legs on this double hinge. You're going to close that up. Then you're going to take this wheel section here, and you're going to kind of bend this plastic out of the way. I do not like doing this. It is so annoying, but basically you're going to take this and you're going to shove it on in there and till the wheel lines up with that, and then you're going to take this panel back up and close it all on there. And I do like how that closes all on up very nice and cleanly. I very much so do like that. Take the toe, open it up if the heel doesn't come all the way out with it, and then you have a leg all done. So now we're going to work on getting the other arm done. So basically we're going to bring this down, take this panel, bring that down, bring this all the way back, bring the arm up, so that way we can take this little panel piece and fold it and rotate it on inward, and then there's a little tab piece like here will go right on in this arm slot right there. Very difficult to see, but do that, and don't want to do that. I want to close it up at this panel here, and then close it up there. And there's one more arm all done, or the arm specifically is just done. The shoulders are not taken care of. Now let's get this other leg taken care of here. Come to the back, undo the panel, bring this all the way up till it nice stoops into place. Take this, just kind of put. Oh, you have to push the wheel in. Push the wheel in to the into there, and then it'll go in a little smoother. And then take this panel, close it back up, tab that all on in. Make sure the heel spur is all the way out. Take that, bring that all the way down, and we're almost done. Take the waist and rotate it like so. Now we're going to come to the front of the car. We're going to take these little panels here. They just fold right on in like so. Do the same thing on the other side. And then we're going to take this roof and we're going to untab it like so. Then now we're going to take it and we're going to collapse the roof. And there's a little tab piece right here, a little slot there. These little 3 pieces are going to go right on into it. Marry the 2 halves together and bring them all on down a little bit like that. Take this piece right here, bring it back, kind of angle it forward a little, and then we're going to work on bringing all of this inward. So now we're going to bring these in on a double hinge, and then there's a tab slot, there's a tab right there, and there's a little peg right there, and you're going to bring these in till they snap together, and then you're going to straighten out oh goodness. Good job, Thomas Fan 01. Good job. Good job, man. Good job. I'm doing such a good job with this. So, you're going to basically take this top section first. Before you do that, I apologize. And you're going to rotate it all on in. And then you're going to take these pieces here, bring them in, and close it all up. Like so. And then you're going to straighten this all out. Do the same thing on the other side. Straighten it all out. Make sure it clicks on in. Bring these down on the right hinges, like so. And then there's 2 tabs here on the chest that are going to go on right on here. And they're going to fit right on to... Okay, well, there's no tab here that is obviously going to go in there, so I apologize, people. Take this, and basically you're going to slot it on into the windshield here in the back till it clips into place. If it doesn't clip into place, it will. There we go. And there you have Rodimus Prime in his robot mode. What a workout. But it was a workout of love. It was a labor of love. And honestly, I am so happy about this figure. Oh my gosh, is this thing beautiful. It's just gorgeous. I mean, forget masterpiece. This is like cartoon quality. Like, I feel like it's jumping off of the screen, about to yell something to Ultra Magnus, or he's about to say, you know, something to Galvatron, or something of that nature. So, anywho, before we continue on, we're going to give him his gun, which I have so carelessly tossed off to the side here. We're going to give this to him right here. And it does have the 5mm port. It just has a hard time, and then you can take the hands and just close it all on up like so, and it looks like he's now holding the gun properly. So yeah, there you have Rodimus Prime in his robot mode, and I'm stoked. I cannot be happier. I am so happy. This is a character that I really wanted more of in, I wanted more of him in Power of the Primes. Oh, there's one thing I completely forgot to do. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but his wheels, his wheels that do freely rotate, they have this little panel at the front. You're going to basically just shove it up forward, and there's a little tab section that's underneath this panel, and it's going to clip right on in there. I apologize, people. We're all humans. We all make mistakes, so I apologize, everybody. So basically, to do this, you're going to bend the elbow, basically take this panel, open it up like so, and then take the wheel and come on. Once again, we were working so well in rehearsal. There we go. Shove it forward, and then tab it on in like so, and there you go. There now it pulls off the more cartoon accurate look. I apologize. I really do apologize, people, that I do make mistakes. We're all human. But before we continue on with the scale comparison, there is one accessory that we do got to talk about first, and when you bring down his chest, voila, he comes with a matrix of leadership. And it's really difficult to get this out without a little spudger tool or without a little tool. But I have a toothpick, so we're going to just pop out the matrix like so. And we're going to close his chest back up And you do that, just close back up like that. Let's bring that out like so. Bring him back. And this accessory is an effects part, and it is shiny pieces for the Matrix. And to do that, you're basically going to take the Matrix here and line up the regular old crystal here. And you're going to line it up between these two little pieces right here. And just go in and shove it there. And then now, if you really want to, I'm going to take his gun out of his hands. And now, if I'm not mistaken, we can replicate that one scene from the movie. So, close his hands up like so, and oh, close, so close, so close, so close, so close. Can do it. I know it's possible to do this because I've seen so many other YouTubers do it. You gotta make sure the hands are open first, I guess, and I guess now we gotta just make sure they close somewhat. Well, I mean, it somewhat works. I mean, it's not the most perfect thing on the planet, but I mean, it works. I mean, you can get the pose to work. I just, his arms were not up far enough. So, here's his arms. But, oh, his wrists do bend inwards, so if you do want to replicate that scene, you totally can. My apologies, people. We are going to get this done. We are going to get this done. We are going to get it done on camera. So, take that. And then we bend the wrist in. And we do the same thing on the other side. Well, anyways, you guys get the gist. You can do it. I apologize. I don't feel like continuing on with this nightmare. But, anyways, you can do that. So, anyways, moving all of this off to the side, we're going to then take him and we're going to get him into scale comparisons. Y'all know we love them scale comparisons. So, straighten out his head and take him, move him off to the side. So here he is. Oh, wait, before we do that, we got to give him back his gun. Forgot about that. How dare you let yourself forget about that, Thomas Fan 01. How dare you? So, anywho, here he is next to Earthrise Prime. And honestly, that scales perfectly. I do like that scale. I like it perfectly. It works nicely. Here he is next to Laser Prime. Here he is next to RID Scourge. Honestly, I'd love to see a comic with these two in it. I'm sure one exists. Legacy RID Scourge. I apologize. I need to make that very clear. And finally, here he is next to Galvatron. And honestly, that scale also works out perfectly. I totally dig this scale. Like, they did not skimp out on the scaling here. I definitely do appreciate that. I can appreciate a very, very good figure here. I can definitely appreciate the fact that they went, like, so far within the extra mile for this guy's detail. And they also gave him so many props to being so close to G1. Like, there's so many nods to the fans here with this guy. Like, the base, the whole, all of it. So, I have to take all of that into consideration as a set. If I'm going to rank just the figure on its own, because I made a few mistakes, and it's honestly not the worst thing I've ever done. Trust me, it's not. But anyways, the point being is that transformation wasn't bad. It was fluent. It felt okay. Kind of reminded me of Studio Series 86, because I'm pretty sure that's what they based the majority of this figure off of. But I can't complain over the fact that this guy is literally just like a perfect rendition of Rodimus Prime to go up against his nemesis Galvatron. So I can't complain there. So as a figure, I'm going to rank it an 8.5. I'm going to rank it an 8.5. The only reason I'm not ranking it any higher is because it comes in a set. I do like sets. I do like them. So if I'm going to rank the whole set, if I'm going to rank it as an homage to G1, I'm going to rank that as a good solid I'm going to rank that once again an 8.5. 8.5 as a set, as an homage to G1. If we're going up as a whole set, as just a, standard marketing technique, I'm going to rank that a 7, because that just does not, I mean, not that isn't, not that it is, it doesn't do what it sets out to do, because it definitely does that, but it makes me feel like, okay, I feel like I was kind of targeted to get this. Not as in like I was targeted specifically, but I feel like, it's pandering. I feel like it's a little bit of a pander. So, I mean, it's not that I have a problem with the pandering. I just don't like the fact that, oh, Rodimus Prime's coming out now. We're expecting you to all buy it. So, yeah. So 7 for a complete as a set for as a marketing strategy, 8.5 as a G1 nostalgia, and an 8.5 as a solid figure. So this is Thomas Fano 1 saying, do not forget to check out Planet Toys, a world built by collectors, where I will leave a link to them down in the description below. And if you do go sign up with them, you can get yourself 10% off your very first purchase, and you will have an account with them, and you will be notified of when they get new products in. So if you would like to check them out, I once again will leave a link to all of that down in the description below. And also, do not forget to check out Optination Reviews, Beastman Reviews, Riveted Reviews, Jordy's Rail Videos, Patrick with the Y, iStar552, Bravely GG, and iStar552, as I know they all do some amazing work. And once again, please do not forget to check out my other Transformers figure reviews, where I will also leave a link to them down in the description below. And this is Thomas Fano 1 saying, don't forget to keep playing with your toys. Goodbye.